Hello, welcome to Maltbox, the non-chill filtered whisky blog. I'm Andy and this is Whisky Review number 57. What I have for you today is what I'd probably describe as an unusual single malt. And that is because it's not from Scotland, it's not from Ireland, it's not from anywhere remotely nearby, and that comes in the form of this, Kavalan. Alright, now Kavalan is a single malt whisky from Taiwan. Yes indeed. And sorry, there's the box. There you go. As you can see, very nice wood effect cardboard. Very reminiscent of, well, probably like a 1980s station wagon, like you'd see on Lampoon's vacation movies. Moving on, Kavalan Distillery. Well, it's not really a Kavalan Distillery as such. It's actually, overall, the company is called the King Car Food Industrial Co Limited. That very catchy name. And basically, it's a relatively new distillery over there. It's been going a few years now, but you know, it's not been there for, you know, 50, 60 years or so. The parent company who produced Kavalan, I mean, you might not be able to see on there, but even on the neck there it says King Car Whisky. And basically, hopefully you can see that. It's a very nice sort of Art Deco style bottle. I really like the bottle. Yes, the parent company, as the name probably suggests, they don't just make whisky. They're an industrial food company. They make everything. They make, in fact, I think they're even involved in things like pharmaceuticals and hardware production and actual sort of metal manufacturing. Lots of things. They do lots of things. So whisky and Kavalan is a very small part of that overall organisation. Okay. Now the distillery itself is it's quite large. It is quite large. This bottle is their entry level or their standard, what I'd probably say, bottle, because you can get some very popular releases now called Soloist that have various first fill sherry, first fill bourbon finishes. They are incredibly popular and they are very expensive. This bottle, however, will set you back by around 40 to 50 quid. I did manage to pick this up on the cheap in Tesco about a year ago. It's not been open that long, but it's been open for about 3 months. But yeah, I picked this up in Tesco for about 35 quid, I think it was, on offer. So I went for it. Now, it's bottled at 40%. It's, I want to say natural colour. Will confirm that on the comments. Don't know to hand. Doesn't say anywhere on the box. Ford? No, I'm joking. Right. Now, so on that note, colour to be confirmed. Ambery hue, shall we say. On the nose. Very nice indeed. It is what you would expect of a whisky from an exotic region. It's a very exotic nose. Mango. No joke, mango. Pineapple. There's sort of like an incense stick thing going on here as well, quite perfumed, but not in an old Beaume or an old Auchentoshan way, with the whole French horse perfume thing. No. It's still quite malty. It's actually quite clean and crisp as well. All these notes are quite well defined. Already you're getting a good indication that this is actually quite a very well made malt, that they actually know what they're doing. And they do, because trust me, I've tried some of their others. some banana in there, some apple and a little bit of vanilla. Very, very, very nice nose. Really nice nose. Those exotic like fruits in there, it's not just because of where it's from, if you know what I mean. It's not like association. See Taiwan and think, oh, that's quite exotic. They are in there, I can assure you. So, I'm just going to go back one more time. That banana is so prominent now. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, right. There's no age statement on this label. So, I don't know how old it is. But, warmer climates, Taiwan included, India also being a good example with whiskies from Amrut and Paul John. These countries have a warmer climate. Alright? It's not like Scotland or England or Wales or Ireland where we produce our whisky over here, where it's quite, how should we say it? Well, the weather's shit, isn't it? It's cold, it's wet, it snows, it's not great. Whisky and maturation of whisky can be sped up through a warmer climate. The warmer the climate and the more contact with the wood that the spirit has, the faster it matures. And because of the climate of Taiwan, you do find, and when I say the faster it matures, I don't mean, oh, instead of 10 years old, it's actually a 20-year-old, just by magic. It's the characteristics and the character of the spirit I'm talking about here. So it refines faster, should we say. So there you go. There's more science to it, but to be honest with you, I'm not a scientist and I'm not going to go into it. I'm here to talk about whiskey and I'm here to taste whiskey. So I'm just going to do that. Mango, banana, pineapple for definite. Right, onto the palate. Mouth feels quite good. Really nice chocolate, black tea. There's that really nice exotic fruit note in there as well. I am getting banana, I am getting mango. Getting, what is that? Sort of like a herby note, herbaceous note in there, but it's still quite sweet. It's almost like, when I taste this in my head, I get this image of like sort of sticky pineapple in syrup and just lots of oriental food cooking, banana leaves, which I've never tasted in my life, but you know, I just get this image in my head. It's all that sort of like association with it, and the flavours are there. It's just, again, it's kind of like, it's crazy to think that just because it comes from Taiwan doesn't mean it will taste exotic, but it really does taste exotic. Just went back to the nose, a little bit of rubberiness in there. I'm getting sort of like palm violet sweets. I'm getting strawberry, yeah, strawberry, just strawberry in general. You've got a nice maltiness to it, quite a nice rich maltiness. A little bit of cereal in there as well. Something crunchy nut cereal because there's that kind of carameliness to it and that little sort of peanut note. Finish. How can I describe the finish? It's not very interesting, however it's decent length. It is a decent length. It is warming. It is reassuring, it is sweet. Again, going back to that sort of like sticky pineapple kind of thought that I had on the palate, it's all adding up overall to this kind of imagery of what this whisky is carrying with it. Isn't it bizarre what an experience you can have with a drink? And I think that's one of the reasons why I like whisky so much. There's so much variety, so many different varying styles, not only in terms of region, but of the style of the distilleries themselves within that region. Possibilities are endless to an extent, providing you abide by the SWA regulations and various other things. Caramel, again with the sweet sticky things. No idea what that was, but it's gone now. So Kavalan, overall, quite an interesting whisky indeed. It has won a few awards recently as well. I mean, they've got one of those stickers on there, International Wine and Spirits winner 2011. Which means absolutely nothing, because these awards to the normal consumer like me and you means absolutely jack shit, and they should not even be on there. So, as I say, a very interesting whisky. A little bit costly, but you know, at the end of the day, it's come all the way from Taiwan. It's actually, I think, Penderyn that actually have the rights to import it. They have like an agreement with the distillery. They are the main importers for this. So you know, that is their into the UK market, so to speak. I think that, I mean, that was what it was at the time that I bought this bottle, and I actually remember speaking to Steve Davis at Penderyn about that. This is going back a few years actually now, when last time I saw him. Yeah, there you go, imported by the Welsh Whisky Company, Penderyn Distillery, right on the bottom. So it might have changed, but at the time that I bought this, that was still the case. In terms of score, I'm going to give this whisky an 84 out of 100. It's an interesting whisky. It's quite an engaging whisky. It's a well presented whisky. National Lampoon's station wagon box aside. And I think that the distillery is quite rightly earned the many fans that it has now got. It is becoming incredibly popular, and people really are searching for those soloist releases. You can find them on auction sites going for ridiculous amounts of money. I think they cost upwards of about 130 quid normally anyway, at retail, so you can imagine what people are reselling them for when they're flipping them on Scotch whisky auctions and the like. So yes, very good dram. Suggest you check it out if you get the chance. I think it is one to try before you buy, if I'm honest with you. But if you know a mate with a bottle of it, ask him for a sample or do a bottle share. That's probably a decent option for you. So thanks for watching. See you soon.